For those who aren't excited for it, y'all need to get on board.
If anything happens to them,
I've loved these movies.
There's no place that I won't go to kill you.
All the way from Ghost Protocol to Fallout.
That is written.
And this movie looks like it's going to deliver on that. And just that jump off the hill that's in the trailer that's been advertised forever. You're like, this man is nuts.
Stay out of my way.
Is this where we run?
Probably.
Top Gun Maverick was so successful. So people are like wondering what Tom Cruise is going to be doing next. I think a lot of people are going to see this.
Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. Numero uno. This is all of the people from the last couple of Mission Impossible movies coming back. It's Tom Cruise. It's Rebecca Ferguson. It's Marcellus Wallace himself. It's everybody coming back. This time we're getting a two-parter. So tell me about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
For those who aren't excited for it, y'all need to get on board. Because these movies are incredible. Well, I shouldn't say all of them, of course. I mean, I think like the first one is good. The second one's a little bit weaker, but I've loved these movies, like all the way from Ghost Protocol up to Fallout. And this movie it looks like it's just going to fulfill every expectation. And obviously we know why we're going to these movies. We want to see Tom Cruise do crazy stuff. And this movie looks like it's going to deliver on that and then some. I mean, just that jump off the hill that's in the trailer that's been advertised forever. You're like, this man is nuts. This looks incredible. Like, it is Mission Impossible is my favorite action franchise. Like, I know like some people consider like comic book movies and that, but if I'm not going to base it off a comic book, Mission Impossible is like my favorite action franchise. I think these movies are incredible. The reviews that I've read, like the Twitter reviews, people are saying like it's terrific. They're saying that it doesn't actually feel like it's a two-part, like it actually ends, like if the movie ended this way, it would be like good, which is kind of interesting. I mean, this movie looks, I mean, the trailers alone, every time I see it, I get the most hype for this movie. I think it's going to be probably one of my favorite movies this year and absolutely the most look forward to this, like in July for me. Like this is the one that I'm going as quickly as I can go.
I love Mission Impossible movies, and the initial conceit of the Mission Impossible movies was that Tom Cruise wanted to have a franchise that he could come back to every couple of years and have a different director in every film. And for the first 3 films, he did that. You know, we had Brian De Palma in the first one. Mission Impossible 2 with John Woo is all right. When JJ comes on and directs Mission Impossible 3.
He did 3. Yeah, I forgot he did
he's
3.
He's been the producer on all these films. And you're right, when Christopher McQuarrie comes in as screenwriter, either screenwriter or co-screenwriter in every film since Mission Impossible 4.
Right.
And now he's been the director of this one and I believe Part 2 as well.
Yeah.
You really
he did Rogue Nation, I believe, right?
Yeah, Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol. And when we really start getting into the Christopher McQuarrie part of the Mission Impossible franchise, I think is when we really start to see the whole franchise level up. And not just in terms of... Yeah, and it's funny because we're used to seeing rotating casts and guest stars and all that kind of stuff. But really, the funny thing is since he took over, we've seen basically the same team every time, and even the same leading woman, which is a shock, given the way Hollywood goes through leading ladies. So the fact that Rebecca Ferguson has managed to not be killed off at any of the end of any of these films is really a testament to her.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we both have Dead Reckoning as our number 1 movie, having nothing to do with each other, but given that Fast and Furious 10 is also a two-parter, I love the Fast and Furious movies, but the last couple have been and this one was one that ended on a bookmark. I'm not a fan of movies and feature films ending on a bookmark. Even if they are being filmed at the same time, when you have Hunger Games Part 3 leading into Part 4 as a bookmark.
Right.
And when you have...
Harry Potter did it, like with Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2.
The one I'm thinking of is Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend. When the third Divergent movie was done as the first of 2, and it ends on a bookmark, and the fact that I didn't even realize at the time, I just thought they shot the third and fourth movies together of the Divergent series, and just to find out they shot it as a first of 2, and the movie was so bad that they didn't even bother making the fourth film. Ever since then, I've been a little bit leery of feature films shot in 2s, and
I agree with that. Yeah,
and so that's my only caveat of like, God, I really, really hope they don't do what Fast 10 did, end on a bookmark, no resolution. hey, come back in a year.
Exactly.
I really hope that's not the case. I don't think it will be because Tom Cruise.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Cruise's ego, I don't think will let him not complete a film.
I think that's what what Fast, those movies they're missing like someone like Tom Cruise who's has their hand in the process. So I feel like we are going to get a complete film, even though there is going to be a second part. And if this one is as good as I'm hearing, we're going to want more. And again, if it ends like it's supposed to end like it could be its own thing. I think that'll probably be a little beneficial because like Tom Cruise is very into these movies. Top Gun Maverick was so successful, so people are like wondering what Tom Cruise is going to be doing next. And so I think a lot of people are going to see this, and then part 2 will be even more successful. So maybe they planned it that way, knowing like, hey, Top Gun did good. Maybe we'll make the next movie into 2 parts, and people have to come back and see more Tom Cruise. I mean, they want people to come back and pay more, and I understand it's a business, but I agree with you. I hate 2-parters. They just make a one movie. That's how I am too.
Well, it's not so much the 2-parter. Like I love Back to the Future 2 and 3, but when when you're so busy making 2 movies at the same time that you forget to make each movie as a standalone movie to where there's no resolution at the end of the film. That's the thing I don't like. So
I agree.
I just that's my one thing that I'm really hoping that isn't the case in this film. So in Tom Cruise I trust because he is relentless enough with pretty much everything he does in his life that I don't think that he would release a film that is unresolved in
I agree.
for lack of a better term. So